What's up, Lori? Shit. Probably never thought you'd see my face again, but hey. Uh, nah, just running through some random memories. Of course, it's impossible to remember them all, but the ones that stuck out inside of my head, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is all on top of my head, so if I missed some, it wasn't because it wasn't important. Sorry for over explaining like Jared normally does, but yeah, whatever. You know what you're gonna get. Um, I just like our first encounter. I remember you working at was this our first encounter? Probably so. You're working at Waffle Iron with Dennis, and you were like, you said, you gave me a key to move your car. I want to say it was like a Buick '88. I don't know. Maybe so, maybe not. This, on top of my head, it's coming off as like a blue Buick '88. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, and everything inside here is like rated PG, so I can't go into detail on a lot of stuff. So it's not like I didn't forget a lot of stuff. It's just I can't mention it because it's in like a public forum, whatever. Yeah, but I drove your car, and then lost connection, of course, because Dennis was being a hater as usual, and he's proud of being a hater. Um, was June 4th, 2003, because it was his birthday, and you invited yourself over to come to his birthday party to meet me. We're staying at Timber Ridge, the Timber Ridge Apartments by Glad Tidings, I want to say. Yeah. And beautiful. Oh my God. I thought you were like a goddess, man. Girl, man, whatever. What the fuck you call this shit? You're just so beautiful back then. Uh, Still are, whatever. I don't know if you was into your velour suits then. You probably just had on some blue jeans, whatever it was. Nah, whatever you were wearing, it didn't matter. It was beautiful to me. But yeah, I remember. I want to say Dennis and his little homegirl was sitting inside the living room, and you and I went to the room and we kind of just laid on the carpet with like our heads like by the door, um, by the doorway, and just talked. And very special night for me because it was like, man, like if I wanted a blessing, like let's say like your blessings, you have to go out and get them. Man, you came like right into the house. Yeah, and but like after that night, you just leave for like 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, she must be still in love with that guy, Snoop. She mentioned. I don't know why he was leaving for 3 weeks. I know he was beating some hoes ass and whatever. You always had stories when you came back, you know, and I didn't mind. I do remember you laughed at me because I was super excited to get my little orange Velcro, my little orange Velcro wallet, and when I would open it, she was like, "This is here." I think you just hating because you didn't have one, you know, whatever. And yeah, we had many great nights there. One day I remember I got mad at the fish, or I wanted to get rid of the fish, and we drove by my parents' house, and I let it go inside that little ditch behind. I was like, it'll survive. He was like, no, it won't. And you probably know it'll survive. But inside my head, you know, it's like 10-ton fish by now, swimming around inside the ocean somewhere. Made it there from the ditch in Lake Charles. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, a lot of those memories there. Oh, also at Timber Ridge. My bad on your Fat Pat CD, bro. Like I love the CD, and then next thing you know, somebody bust my back window open, and they stole everything out of my car, and of course, that Fat Pat CD was one of them. But still, it wasn't mine to get stolen. You know, sorry about that. Really sorry about leaving you with those those airheads that night. Yeah, if you want to know the backstory to that, I guess I'll just tell it. You know, so I was dating someone for Megan Ezel. I was dating her for 99 till 2002. It showed about 3 years, deeply in bullshit love. And then we broke up before I met you. And then some reason that night she felt the need to call me, and she was like, can you just come see me at my parents' house? And I left you with some airheads. I went to see her at her parents' house. Nothing happened. Like I have no reason to lie right now, but I just talked to her inside the front yard and of her parents' house, and then I came back, and again, it went like a year or so before I even seen her again. I don't know why she just wanted to see me that night, but it lasted for about like 30 minutes just to go say hi, catch up, and then come back home. I knew that wasn't going to lead anywhere. So, oh, but on a funnier note, I remember all he used to do was freaking talk. Jesus Christ, I enjoyed it because it was fun to listen to, and he was super smart. So that one night, he was just talking and talking and talking, and I gave you some NyQuil. Well, we both took the NyQuil. Next thing you know, quiet. I'm like, man, is this the same girl she's possessed or something else? You were out. And I was out right after you because that NyQuil kicked into me as well. So that was all the things, well, majority of things I remember from Timber Ridge. One thing, well, one day we all went to Walmart. It was Dennis, you, and I, and I bought the Jagged Edge Horrid CD, and when we were driving back, we were all racing back to the apartment, and man, I almost like wrecked into you, and I had to like swerve on side you and like go, like swerve to the side of you so I didn't hit the back of your bumper, and I was like just in the middle of the street. Luckily, it was like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. Nobody was there to get hit. Super random, super unimportant, but just going through my random memories. Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm being 100% honest now. No, my CD mixes was the mixes that I made because you're like, oh, I bet you some bitch made this CD mix for you. Ain't nowhere in the world you know all these love songs. And I was like, oh boy, yeah, I really did know all those love songs. I was a huge love song fan, and let's see. Sorry for the pauses. So, if I remember something back from the Timber Ridge days, I'll just go back. But I do remember, we're at Timber Ridge? Yeah, we're still at Timber Ridge then. So one day, my homeboy Ray and I went to the Jay-Z and 50 Cent concert in Beaumont. And you called me, and on our way to go to the little after party thing at the Holiday Inn or whatever. So cliche, cheesy. But yeah, it really was at the Holiday Inn. You had asked me to get you. I said we were going to Jack in the Box first, and you had asked me to get you a little a bobblehead doll. And I didn't. I forgot to ask about the bobblehead doll from Jack in the Box. My bad on that one. Oh, the the drunk call. Our Dennis and I went to a wedding in Houston, to his cousin's wedding, and I was drunk off of freaking Chardonnay because you know I didn't drink, so anything would get me messed up. And I just randomly drunk called you at like 11 p.m. And I think he was probably like, Jared, are you drunk? I was like, yeah. Do you even know what you're talking about? I do remember calling, but I do remember you got me fucked up, man. You had brought over your favorite little drink, Incredible Hulk, with the Hypnotic and Hennessy. It was, and whew, that thing had me on freaking cloud 9. Like I didn't even know where I was at, and I was just drinking like basic stuff, you know. Yeah, but thanks for the experiment too. When I met you, I didn't drink or I didn't even curse. Well, yeah, you changed me for the better in some ways, whatever like that. And college receptions. I know it's pretty much something that '04 had to have happened, but I mean, okay, I'll go to '05 inside of my head. When we had to evacuate, and you went to Ruston. Dude, all those little cities in North Louisiana all blends in together. Ruston, Natchitoches, uh, wherever, Northwestern. I know he's near college, like Northwestern or Grambling. I want to say it's Ruston. Maybe it's Ruston, maybe it's not. It's coming off things off the top of my head. I have time to think, but I don't feel like pausing for 3 minutes coming up with the answer. But yeah, I remember you were staying at some family members. I want to say it's on your dad's side. We could call him your dad. Because they was black. Were they black? Yeah, I think they were black. And so I remember having to drive. I drove from Shreveport to come meet you there. And all I remember was having to cross over these railroad tracks. And then you drove down like, I want to say about like 10 or 13 homes down. And then it was there. But yeah, we had some fun. Because I spent the night with you. And we hung out in the kitchen that night. And yeah, fun times. Also going to Houston. I was coming back from Houston. I was with Kenneth, and you were like, I gotta show you something. I gotta tell you something. And I was like, what? It's like, just tell me. You're like, no, and I'm my brain. You like that fire? It's gonna stay lit. I kept asking, what? What do you have to show me? It's like, I'll just show you when you get back to Lake Charles. And I was like, oh my God, what does this girl got going on? And of course, I asked you about 5 more times, and you stayed strong as usual. But yeah, when I got back home, you showed me you had a J tattooed on your on the wrist thing, and I was like, cool shit. I was like, man, I was kind of jealous because you end up finished the ARED. I mean, it's covered up by like a fairy or a butterfly or something now, but I was kind of jealous because your Jared looked better than the tattoo I got Jared on my arm. Then I remember visiting you on there's these apartment complexes on Fifth Avenue, and your job at the time was watching over this old lady because it was like a cake job because I think she was like sleeping. You get to come outside and chill. So we sat on the steps and I was wearing my little gray and like right here was like green Luigi shirt. I thought that was so cool. I never really cared about what people thought about my clothing. So I dug the Luigi shirt. So that had to been like 04-ish. Yeah. Yeah. When you're staying at the apartment. So this is probably like 06-ish. Was it? The year doesn't even matter, dude. It was in the past. I want to say 06-ish. When you had the apartment complex downtown. And was I was getting no, it can't be 06-ish. Yes, that pause I was talking about because the year doesn't even really fucking matter. I just remember I was buying baseball caps at the time, so that's probably like 2000. I don't know, 2010ish, maybe. What the fuck every year it was. I remember he had the apartment downtown. Yeah, it's probably like 2010ish, 2000. Oh, it's fucking bothering me. Anyway, but you had the 2 ferrets. Or the ferret. The ferret? Yeah, you had the ferret. And yeah, that was like one of the oddest pets I've ever seen someone have. Like I never known someone who owned a ferret, but I did enjoy going there and visit you. Also, when you say, I want to call it like Cowboy Trailer Parks, the one that's off of Country Club. Visiting you there, and you told me the little guy who I want to say like has like a library, and like you'll run up and like you'll like grab these books, and he was like, when I see this guy, I think about you. I understand now why you said that. But yeah, that stuck out in my memory. And when you stayed off of, I want to say Ethel Street, like you have to go down like 12th Street, and then you make a right, and then there's like a parking spot across across from the apartment complexes, and it was like 2 stories. We got to go upstairs and meet you, and yeah, a lot of fun times there as well. I'm talking about fun times like because of what we were doing. I'm talking about fun times just enjoying your company. Uh, but then later on, we clicked back up after I bought my house because you was working at the gas station at the end of Country Club. And I didn't like Marquis come and visit you because you still belong to me, even though you didn't belong to me. I was kidding. Not really kidding. Yeah. And then it kind of just faded away. And then we linked back up, talked for a little while. Um, and then the last dumb shit with the whole situation. And then we just quit talking. Uh, I wish we could have talked longer, but life has its reasons. Move stuff around. Try to run through some memories, some more memories if something pops up. But if not, um, yeah, that was about it. About something else pop up, I'll add to this video. But that was just off the top of my head, just the memories I had of you. Man, thank you so much for being an amazing person. Like after I lost that chick, or whatever, the one that the other chick, man, it was just me, you know. And I know you was probably inside your head, you're probably like, oh, he's probably smashing about 30 or 40 different women. I wasn't. It was just you. I was faithful to you in a non-relationship way. And just stay smart. Very smart girl, very ambitious, beautiful. Uh, Still love you. Not like relationship-wise, I still love you as a person. And I wish the best for you.